Hey everyone, I'm Rather Go here, back with more heavily modded XCOM 2. We're going into Operation Nightingale State, but some things have changed. For me, it's been like 3 weeks since I played. I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. And in that time, I have upgraded my setup. I've got 16 more gigabytes of RAM, which was previously bottlenecking me, causing bad frame rates in various places, as well as much longer loading times. I've improved my audio setup, so it should sound much better than it used to. I've had a long list of things that I've noticed while editing videos in the past 3 weeks that I want to talk about when we get to the strategy layer, which, if we win the mission, will be very short because we're going straight into an assault after this to raid the supply convoy. Now, the only sit rep for this mission, which by the way is a difficult item recovery mission, is restricted airspace, which means we win the mission or we all die. Always a fun win to have. And I've had to do a double take on this intro because I at first started saying this is a pretty good team. We have a lieutenant, 4 sergeants, a corporal, admittedly, but an aim-stacked corporal with pounce. We're in pretty much full tier 2. The field medic and the marksman are in Kevlar, but everyone else is predator and shard guns, except for the field medic who has a Shrike assault rifle, which is, I'd say it's like tier 1.75 because it's a lot closer to mag weapons than basic weapons, but it has a glaring fault that I didn't realize until I was doing my double take. This is a Frost Legion weapon. It deals frost damage, and one of my mods makes mechanical units, XCOM and enemy, immune to frost. You see the issue with using a frost weapon now when mechs are among the most threatening units in the game. Additionally, this is a 6-man team. I haven't made the GTS, I haven't upgraded to get better infiltration size. As a result, sending 7 or 8 people on a team would cost me a huge amount of manpower that's not worth doing. But we're getting to the point in the game where I can't afford to send 6-man infiltration teams anymore. That's something I've realized while editing. I'm like really greeding out. I should have a GTS by now. I should be infiltrating with 8-man teams by now. And as a result, the fact that I've sent 6 people, including a field medic and a reaper, decidedly non-power units that are more support than anything else, I'm a bit stressed about that. Now, there is some good stuff going on here. Aside from just having a lieutenant combat engineer, another good soldier with a shard gun, the assault infantry, our aim-stacked pounce marine, we have pounce here to synergize with overseer to trigger the overseer. And additionally, we have a bond between the reaper and the combat engineer, which is a pretty good way to have a bond set up so that the combat engineer can get an additional action after dashing into position where a flamethrower or shooting a rocket. All of that's very good. There's a lot of good things going for this team, but for the point in the game we're at, I'm pretty stressed about this. I don't think this is actually a good team, and I'm derusting coming into this mission, so that's also rough. And one more thing before we get into the mission, I want to talk about lifetime stats later in the video. I want to go through and talk about how the soldiers have been doing, but there are 2 soldiers that stood out to me when I was going through lifetime stats, and they might change their stats in the mission, so I want to talk about them now because of how bad they are in some cases. Total Halibut is at 43.7 unlucky percent. Unlucky percent is a mathemagic number that calculates how you did, whether you hit or missed, versus what you should have done based on your percent chances to hit or miss. Negative 43.7 unlucky is the worst we have by a catastrophic margin. Like, second place is like a 37, and then there are like 2 or 3 other 30s, and that's it. The vast majority of soldiers are pretty close to normal, and Total Halibut stands out as being easily the worst. Most soldiers aren't even close to him, even though they were doing badly. His best hit streak he ever saw was 3 hits in a row. He's currently on a miss streak. He's gotten up to a 5 miss streak, which couldn't be further from Seething Orca coming into this mission, who is currently on a 15 hit streak, which they've gotten back up to after falling off of a 19 hit streak. And they're not even that lucky. They're just padding their stats against the loss is how they got here, but it's still funny. Hopefully Seething Orca keeps it up and Halibut turns it around going into this mission. Anyways, I've got a lot to talk about going into the strategy layer today, but no more stalling before the tactical layer. Let's get into the fight. Let's see how it goes. And as we load in, if you want to hit the like and subscribe buttons for me, I'd greatly appreciate that. I always love to see high ground for my enemies on the other side of the objective. We're not that far from it. We don't have any valleys of death to go through today, but we also have no high ground approach whatsoever. As our Reaper's already started relatively far forward, I think I start this just by blue moving forward on him. Do I want to go... I think I want to go left of this. It's hard to say which of the... Well, the map edge is here. Why would I want to be over here instead of over here? Easy. Oh, wait. Okay, good. Advanced Biotrooper, Advanced Trooper Codex is fine. I thought this man had pulled, but the detection radius is absolutely minuscule for a Reaper. Let's keep moving forward, see what else we say. Is that another guy? There's literally a wall of dudes. There's a turn timer of 7. Come on. You're gonna do me like this, game? Can the sniper get through, though? Because the sniper also has a vector rifle. Yeah, they'll be able to get through when their turn comes around. Anyway, for everyone else, we just sort of have to do this unless we want to rotate left. The high ground's over here, or the high cover, rather. This guarantees we're fighting this pod as well. I would like to ambush here if I can. Just fight this pod, ignore the objective. In which case we want to be moving like this. No additional eyes. That's good. That's good. Most people aren't going to be able to get this far, so I like taking these positions on the combat engineer.
10-4.
Dark Horse, where can you even reach? You can actually get surprisingly far forward. We'll go as far as you can take it. And I think I just go to the high ground on my marksman. Or I keep calling high cover high ground. I think it's because subconsciously I would really like to have some high ground right about now. But that's off the table. Anyway, we sprinted forward. Let's see what we see between turns. If they come at us, it's great. Oh, not you. So there's a second pod right next to us. We're pinned in. Sectoid Soldier, Mech Viper, Black Eyes Codex. They're walking towards the objective, and oh, we can actually see it a little bit. There's always a guard pod on the objective, so that's just like a brick wall of dudes blocking us in the corner. I got actual eyes on those. What I think I'm looking to do is slide right and fight this pod on its own on the right side of the map. I know container detonation in 6, but we can't fight all 3 of these at once. That's just not gonna happen. Am I looking to ambush this turn? I'm not afraid of the idea of ambushing this turn, so if they do push through, I can live with that.
I've got my eyes on.
Because I have a bunch of people who can actually go on Overwatch this turn. You have eyes in the other pod. Oh, did you? Oh, you did 2. Well, hopefully the other... No, we've already seen this pod moves before that one. Well, that makes it a bit nastier, but we'll find a way. However, knowing that that pod's already in vision, let's move here and see if it's safe. That does not get vision of the guard pod. That's what matters. We take the Overwatch there as well. We move forward here. We're going to, I believe, go into a concealment ambush here. Because we're expecting to pull anyway. And we don't want Beagle Rush shots coming at us if they do pull. Because we've seen them walking straight at us along this line. They're only like 6 tiles away. They're going to pull this turn if they continue on their current path. And originally I was planning to do this Overwatch ambush, but now I'm like, oh man, what if... Wait, no. If they don't walk in, what am I doing? Like, if they don't walk in and I have 5 turns left, I feel so stressed out. I need to ambush them this turn. That really clears up all of my concerns there. So we turn on Overwatch ambush. And I think here I'm going to brace and lead the target. That's fine. Even though I see them, they don't see me. I think the Viper's the easy choice here. If I were to shoot my gun, what are my odds on the Viper? 78? I would prefer to be higher than that, but that's fine. I can also shoot the Codex. The Codex is gonna be a problem. And my odds on the Codex are slightly better. Yeah, I think leaving the Codex up is gonna be nightmarish. The Viper could be a problem too, but the Codex is just so scary to have unmitigated, especially... Yeah, we do it. Let's go. This will pull. That works. Dear God. I always forget Black Eyes Codexes explode. So the Advent Mech and Viper, the 2 scariest units, are relatively unmolested. Yeah, so the Shrike Rifle doesn't deal damage to robots because it does cold damage and mechs are immune. Why did you pull? You're not in line of sight of us. That's unfortunate and very bad. Okay.
I'm being flanked.
How's the shot on the Codex go? Because I would really like to land this. That's fantastic.
Position compromised.
Oh, pounce. Very good pounce, too. That's why you're on the A team, Dark Horse. I appreciate that greatly. The Cologne shows up even further in the back, so even though they're both at one-shot range, we might very well just not be able to do anything about it. The Cologne gets a yellow alert action? Fuck that. Oh my God. Today I learned, why are you... You're not in the open. The game's just a little bit confused. I'm gonna reload the save here in case the game's confused about other locations. I'm pretty sure it's just Halibut, but like, if this guy's actually standing on the edge of the truck or something, like, these things matter. I need to know where people are actually at. All right, everyone appears to be in their proper place now, and I think this is an easy start for it. Actually, it might not be an easy start because we have teamwork. I was gonna say it's just a reload shoot because AP rounds kills the mech. It's a 98 shot. But instead of doing that, I can reload and shoot the trooper. The trooper on Overwatch? Yes. I'm gonna reload and shoot the trooper. Wait, is that a guaranteed kill? Oh. Okay. I guess there's no reason to do it on the Baroque Baron then. Are we in danger of phalanx? Of course we are. I'm going to teamwork on Total Halibut because I don't like the idea of them staying here and not doing anything else. I'm not sure what the next step is the problem. We can kill guaranteed here with the frag. That seems worth doing. Because these were one of the soldiers I'm in danger of being flanked by. Next, I have Shadowfall. I guess I could have used that there. I can take a grenade here so that someone else can kill him, like the medic that's right next to him. Seems like a good way to end my turn. Because if we can just deal with all the ones that are next to us, that's a really good start. Can the medic break off any? Who's still overwatching? A Codex and a Viper. Is anyone able to hit that Viper? Where is my marksman even at? Oh, here you are. Rain is just not in it today. All right. We have an 87 on you. We have a 78 to kill that. Oh, man, that's so good, though. Like, it's not great. I don't like the 22 to not do anything. But I have to take that. Codexes are so dangerous and my units are so stacked up for Cybomb. So getting rid of one of them is just massively valuable. That Codex will catch me if I run out here. Wait, is it catching me? Who's shooting me? Yeah, that icon means I'm getting shot. So that Codex will catch me, and also, I think the one on the Viper's a lie, but I'm not 100% sure it's a lie. My brain just always mixes up XCOM 2012 and XCOM 2 rules for Overwatch. Dark Horse has vision on the Advanced Trooper and the Snake. So I shoot the Advanced Trooper and then suppress the Snake. Easy peasy. Very, very good.
What did you expect?
I should have set that to 33% on the trigger discipline, but oh well, here we are. And now I can slide away from this position, which is actually pretty relevant to my interest because I don't want everyone stacked for the Cybomb on that. Is there any other position I can take that would make any sense? I think this is the best I've got. This is also putting me on the side that the Riot Mech is on, so I can throw a, what's it called, EMP bomb at it next turn. It's only a 22 on the Pathfinder, so there's no point in taking it. I wanted to slow the Pathfinder down to prevent it from getting close, but I guess that's not happening. I've already got a soldier here, so I'm already in danger of the Pathfinder getting a stupid flank. So I'm going to take this 56 for pretty tremendous damage on the Viper. It's still chip damage, it still does something.
It's still moving.
And I'm just not in a position to move forward because of the Codex on Overwatch in the back. I don't like pushing to here, that's a little bit too extended. For a hot second, I thought I liked extending to there, but I don't. I'll take the 50 again, same reason. The chip damage obviously doesn't happen this time, but getting it in kill range for the suppression matters a lot. And here's the Assassin, no fourth pod today. Low profile is going to be sketchy as hell as always, but shell shocked, provided we're able to save some grenades until the end, will be pretty nice for us. This is preferable to a fourth pod because a fourth pod would be running in already, whereas the Assassin's going to spend at least like one turn getting to us. Come on. I'm sorry, did you just use tongue grab while suppressed? No, you did not. Good. I was going to say, what's the hit chance? The hit chance is 0. He died trying.
They know nothing of their actions.
Yeah, we knew this flank shot was coming. This is why we didn't care about moving our assault. Oh. Thank you. You shot the only target that didn't matter. I wasn't expecting that. Suppression, love to see it. I don't think that is a flank shot. The med drone is another flank on our combat engineer, but he's here to suffer. This has been... Alright, I shouldn't have gotten confident. I was gonna say, this has just been nothing so far, but here we go. No, actually. There's a Codex in the back. Let's calm down. There we go. Here's the crippling problem. I knew something was going too well. We are still pretty stacked for this Cybomb. I believe we have 4 in that. Wait, did our combat engineer dodge it? Nice. Excuse me? I have free reloads. I have a speed loader? Why wasn't this showing up before? Also, my gun was already empty, so nice Cybomb, idiot. I just rotate back slightly and take the free reload, figure out what I can do from there.
It's killing time.
I have eyes on the med drone, which is not a bad thing to be shooting because it is inside of us. It has armor and high health. Frost Lancer is just not my problem. Can't deal with that. So I take my 73 here and we see what happens. Very, very good. Oh wait, Total Halibut didn't get hit by the med drone, so he still has access to flamethrowers and the like. The like being the rocket. As much as I would love to do this, there's no way that's right over just getting the Codex, yeah? Oh, I can't aim any further right, though, because of the truck. So there's two options, right? I either kill the Codex, or I make the Frost Lancer killable. What are my alternative plans? Run forward, flamethrower the Frost Lancer. I'm currently flanked and staying flanked like this. Who's Overwatch right now? Wait, who is Overwatch right now? Who is this? It's the Advanced Trooper a million miles away. If you run to where the medic is, it won't even matter, right? Like, yeah, you'll take a wound, but... Oh. Or maybe you won't. The rules are unclear. The EMP bomb is in range... Are they 5 tiles apart? 1, 2... Oh, wait a second. I obviously don't like my medic pulling this Overwatch. But if I can get the anti-riot mech and the Codex in one EMP bomb... Oh, right, I'm blowing up this cover, though, because of the Frost Lancer. I can just take the guaranteed kill here. The anti-riot mech's probably suppressing again next turn, right? And we'll work it down with our Marines. So it's gonna run forward and suppress again. They're very predictable in that way. Okay. Reload, EMP bomb the Codex. I'm cool with that. That's fine. Codex issues dealt with. We have a Shadow Fall here, but nobody ready to be chipped down. We do have a med drone that actually does die to it. Advanced Trooper a mile away, but let's take our other turns first, figure out where everything ends. I would like to not take any more flank shots here. Funnily enough, this is a safe tile, quote unquote. I'm going to move here and just take the shotgun blast on the med drone because there's like nothing else I'm doing with this movement reduction from the chill. So that saves us a Shadow Fall. That's very nice. Oh, right, yeah, Crying Wolf is suppressed in a Psy-Bomb. Somebody has to shoot that robot shit. I just forgot about that. I've just been like, ah, suppression didn't do anything, but like, he actually is doing something. It does kind of matter because I have to move. How bad could a Psy-Bomb hurt in the first place? We get a Shadow Fall to spark. We have that option. We also have an 82 here. Sadly, we're not on AP ammo. We have 2 frags here. I think I take the 82 on Orca to break this. I really don't want to throw away a Shadow Fall on that. In which case, the first part of the turn is reload, and then we see if we break our hit streak or not. Alright, we get to keep Shadow Fall again. Now, you're safe to move. The question becomes, where are you moving to? Do you have a slash that I like? Well, the issue is that all of these people aren't remotely close to dying because they all have too damn much health. I can fall back to here and reload. It's cowardly. I can run to here, risk a shot, and throw a grenade at the Frost Lancer. Which will never result in the Frost Lancer dying, so what's the point? This is able to inflict burning. If I do it from here, I can go here and get flanked multiple times and die, so maybe stop looking at slash. I think I have to fall back and reload. I hate it to death, but I think that's the plan. Yeah, it's fall back, reload. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all, but like running forward just makes things worse. Ooh, oh, I'm glad I realized this. Check movement preview real quick. Yeah, there is a just walk flank shot on my whatever class this is, my Reaper. So I actually have to continue moving. I did not move to the correct tile initially. There's cover here for the Pathfinder to take a flank shot, but I mean, that's just gonna happen. Oh, I can click conceal. And then I can move to this tile without getting shot. Cool, let's see it. What was... Oh, the psionic bomb went off. I heard, like, just various psionic sounds going off and didn't know what that meant. Is that on Orca? How dare you? Yeah, there's just no cover right there to block line of sight. This is the exact move we were playing around just now. Should be another suppression, knowing him. Yep. Advanced Trooper running in. Is it Overwatch or low shot? Low shots. Halibut, I'm sorry, it's your job. Wait, Halibut took damage from the Psy-Bomb. It didn't highlight him as being in danger when I moved him there, and it didn't show it hitting him just now. But his health was way lower than it was a second ago. Like, look at this. He just took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He had one ablative. He just took 7 damage to Bugs UI. Thanks, game. or I'm absolutely fucking terrible. It's one of the two. Okay. How's that the only thing you can see? Because there's a statue? It's not full cover. It seems unfair for it to block line of sight. Maybe it's just the rust, but this is the second time in the mission I've had to stop, take a deep breath, and recap where my thought process is at. Let's start with this. Damage actually tells you if they're immune to your weapon type. Frost Legion, just like mechs, are immune to frost guns. This is not tier 1.75 like I had imagined it in my mind. This is tier 0. Don't bring these guns. The frost weapons are less of a trap with base Frost Legion, but there's a separate mod I use that makes mechs and all mechanical things immune to frost weapons. So as a result, it's very, very much a trap in my mod setup. Now, this is a really awkward position because I have this Pathfinder Hunter and this Frost Lancer, neither of which are that durable. Like on an 8-man team that has good soldiers on it and available, this is an easy to solve problem. But with a medic and a Reaper currently suppressed and one of their guns doesn't do anything, meaning the medic literally cannot participate offensively except against the Pathfinder Hunter, which is currently in full cover relevant to him and he's suppressed, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. And we're not really able to move very much here. We're out of range of... Wait, we have a rocket left? Oh. I was gonna say we're out of range of anything but Roust, right? Because we have this Roust, but the flamethrower is just not... Wait. Flamethrower is in range? I think I was just staring at the tiles when I was doing this a while ago, because it does never hit the Frost Lancer's tile, but it says it catches the Frost Lancer and not Seething Orca. I was thinking that I could, like, take a risky move and, like, let the trooper take another shot at Halibut, even though he's severely wounded. But that's obviously much worse than just shooting him with the flamethrower, if you can do that. And this means it's gonna be very easy to kill him with anyone else. If anyone knows what compelled me to give my AP ammo to my Reaper instead of my sniper, I would love to hear it. Because, man, would my life be simpler if I could just take the shot, right? I think we let the mech live for a turn and we take this flamethrower, we figure it out from there. So let's figure it out from there. The Frost Lancer's only ever dying if I take this crazy flamethrower. I think it needs to be dead this turn, so I might have to finish that off. I can use Slash on my Assault. And then, I don't know, jump into the pit. That's all I've got, but I mean, it's a strat. And it's the only way to guarantee this guy dies, and I've accepted that I'm killing this guy and ignoring the mech for a round, so that's what we're doing. Over the edge he goes. This does rely on my teammates to protect him, but I mean, that shouldn't be an unreasonable ask. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It feels so sketch because I need to get rid of the cover because my Reaper cannot move and shoot because its bullets are empty because of the Psy Bomb a few turns ago. So, yeah, it's... Oh, Christ. I thought this was a 100%. I thought it was just rolling for crit. I thought I was rolling for crit or high roll. It was like 75 to kill. I didn't even realize I had a 10% miss. I forgot about the 15% innate defense. But I mean... What if this was just the 9 out of 10 times that the game was relatively simple, right? That's even better. That's the 1 out of 2 times that things aren't just simple, but actually good. And I can move again from here. I kind of want to split up for Harbor Wave and Blinding Grenade, because the Assassins, you know, somewhere, they're doing stuff, theoretically.
I see many things.
Everything's a bit messed up over here.
Not the least of which is you.
Going to move forward on the Marine, get closer to everyone. I am closer to the fire as well, unfortunately, but it happens. And I'm going to suppress the mech rather than shoot it to give it the aim penalties. As for you, Overwatch. I don't think I'm allowed to Overwatch while being suppressed. I don't remember which mod I did that does this, but I'm happy about it. So about a 15 here and nothing else I can do would ever matter. Do I hunker? Hunker never ever matters. I take the 15% to matter that amount of the time. Hey! I was just like doing it because it was correct, but I'll take it. Reconcealed on Reaper because I've broken line of sight. I would have loved to see him be dead, but I'll take it. 0% as well, thanks to the suppress. He shouldn't have eyes on anyone in the pit or any flanks. Oh, I don't like that. Just don't kill anyone, okay? You had one job. I gave you one job, assassin. Okay, the medic's still alive. And they're a sergeant now, so they have revive. Yeah, this wasn't where I thought you would be. How much fucking mobility does she have? Fucking excuse me? She's so far away that I reconcealed. Okay, we're going to kill everything that's left this turn except for the assassin. So this position is safe. I promise you. Get out.
A trivial loss, easily replaced.
I'm gonna continue falling back, honestly. We're not in range for slash. You can get here and revive this turn, so that's your job.
Come on, get back in the fight.
Alright, so like, I'm not happy with the amount of damage people have taken on this mission for obvious reasons. However, honestly, considering how bad the pull was, could have gone a lot worse. 70 to kill, it's not like you're doing anything else. Thank you.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Crying Wolf pulls back a little bit and overwatches. Just gonna move bit by bit here. I would rather risk being on fire but not be in a bad position in Overwatch. So the Orca needs to be sprinting to safety, which she cannot do, so she's sprinting to here instead. Reconcealed again. I can hear them revealing on the left side, but why did I hear them reveal if they didn't attack? Dark Horse pulls back into the pile. They Overwatch. You're going to medkit heal. I'm going to be honest, you're the lowest priority soldier on the mission. It's not yourself. So the Orca's going to move to there, and you're going to make sure that she doesn't go down.
Settle down. Fine.
Oh, man. I need to ensure that there's no chance of a catastrophic harbor wave. To the back of the truck. I should still be on ambush on Overwatch. This side of the truck. Overwatch. Back of the truck, Overwatch. Also, container timer's been paused for a while because the Chosen showed up. I don't remember if I even mentioned that at the time, or even acknowledged it. I feel like at some point I talked about that, but I'm pretty sure it was in one of the many rambling cuts that I have in this video. I don't think it's gonna matter if I do anything other than Overwatch. I don't think it's worth it to brace. Looking like an Arbor Wave. Or Harbor Wave, rather. Neither really makes sense to me as a name, realistically. That 3? Oh, it has a hit chance?
They're all over me.
I did not know it had a hit chance. Weird. Medic, you're useless. Run in and pick them up. And as long as we stay very clustered here, that will encourage a blinding grenade instead of anything else. So I'm going to intentionally cluster incredibly hard to bait the blinding grenade. Now, these two are both kind of shit now. Hopefully somebody has access to a grenade to break the cover. We're in range already. I would rather be here, to be honest, so I'm going to be here instead. Get that grenade, ship the armor, take the shell shock damage. Oh, it's almost over. My brain feels fried. This recording's so much longer than it has any right to be. Apparently a major part of derusting for me is learning to stop overthinking things and making better plays faster. Just make the Templar is not Reaper, so my Reaper getting to attack here is not too important, but like, what else am I doing? So I guess I'll run in to get the shots. Do I need to run further than I think to get this grenade? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna run here to bait the blinding grenade and hopefully be in range for my own grenade. I am a tile off. That'll be the funniest way to lose a Reaper, right? I believe in total halibut. I shouldn't have, but it's fine. Everyone on this mission gets a complimentary wound. the damage was still ultimately worth it. Because that rocket was positioned in a way where scattering towards Halibut also guaranteed that it scattered into the assassin. Or sorry, scattering towards Baron guaranteed that it scattered into the assassin. Anyway, all the people back here don't have grenades, so they're taking the shots they have, even though they're not good shots. Which, by the way, they're terrible shots. But she should be in the business of throwing a blinding grenade this turn. Anyway, Baron had a move left, so that was just catastrophically wrong, and my brain has truly and completely given out. Wait, do I get a pelt shot on the priest? Good job. Here comes the blinding grenade, right? Right? Yeah. Atta girl.
There is no place you can
Okay.
that I cannot reach.
Get into cover. Chuck a grenade. It's not gonna hit Baron again. It's fine. Because this is a flank shot, I can immediately reposition. To fucking where? like this sucks. So I can't see anything back here to take shots with, which, you know, it checks out. That makes sense. Will the priest do something instead of shoot their gun? It's been a while since I've seen a priest. I don't think that's true. I think I'm just very rusty. We have another grenade here. I move slightly closer to the priest and chuck that grenade.
Grenade out.
I'm still just not really sure how I'm finishing the assassin this turn is the issue.
Is that all your skill would allow?
Because I'm not allowed, on account of days, to throw some of these grenades I would really like to be throwing. Revive clears statuses? Is that what this is telling me? Because I don't know why else I'd be able to use Revive. You appear to have made it worse. No, it does not appear to have done that at all. That literally didn't do anything. Oh wait, no, it did do that. I'm still blind, but I'm no longer dazed, so I can throw this grenade now. Okay, that was helpful then. It wasn't trolling. Now, what are we down to on HP for this guy? Still too much. Baroque Baron should be able to drop into low ground and be safe, so I just need to blue move bug around the assassin. Perfectly normal move on Baroque Baron, and nothing weird about this. The issue is that unless I get a pretty good crit here, I'm not killing. Yeah. Yeah, that's the issue. That right there.
You are weak, and you will fail.
Dude, I'm feeling that way. I kind of agree with you. Is the medic still here? The medic's still here, but they can't see anymore. I think I can see that far. I'm out of medkit, so I can't pick up Seething Orca to make them do it.
Okay, I'll go.
So I'm gonna move here into Overwatch because the AI doesn't know not to respect it. I don't like this, but I feel like it's more dangerous to not kill the assassin than to stand Narcissistic Hulk in the open. Sorry about that, Hulk. I'm pretty sure this results in you getting a very serious wound or even dying. But I think the assassin could have just, like, killed several different people if they lived. Oh man, this mission has been a shit show. My audio quality might be better, but my game quality feels like it was very bad today.
Great job, Commander. But there's no trace.
Oh, you reconceal, you're safe. I didn't need to worry about anything.
We haven't seen the last of them.
If you want to stasis Hulk, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, that's lame. He's gonna shoot Hulk and kill him.
Too close to the heat.
He didn't do anything else. I swear to God, stasis is a blue move for priest, so I don't know why he didn't do anything else. But I will take it.
Moving to fire position.
We use run and gun because the slash isn't a guaranteed kill, so our odds of killing will be much higher with the shotgun, except for the 1 in 100 where we miss. Hey, no stasis. Won the coin flip.
It's dead.
Menace
It has to be
1-5,
dead.
we're not picking up further contacts near your position. Site is secure. Move on the target before the charges detonate.
I'll be there soon.
Positive confirmation of the target.
Hack the chest.
Move to acquire.
It's a Reaper, so our odds won't be 0%, but they're no tech specialist. I don't care about contact cost at all. I will gladly take my still incredibly bad chance for insight. Not like we were ever getting anything in the first place to begin with, though. There were way too many qualifiers in that sentence in the first place to begin with, though.
All hostiles
Yeah, no, we're done.
the area is secure.
I had it in my head that if you did the crate, you got... I don't know, and I'm glad to be out of the mission because my brain's melted. 4 wounds, excellent. We were outnumbered 3-1. The assassin was here. We had a mech, a riot mech, a stun lancer, a frost lancer, a pathfinder advanced, multiple advanced troopers with grenades, a codex and a black ice codex. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm happy everyone's alive. I think this could have went way worse. But who actually did the work? Baroque Baron with 100% accuracy, 2 kills, 28 damage. Total Halibut just doing... Oh my god, he might have completely flipped his lucky streak, because now he should be on a 9-shot streak when his previous best was 3, and he's just added 9 consecutive hits. This is why I showed the lifetime stats before the mission. He's fed up with my shit, he didn't want to hear it. Crying Wolf dealing, you know, alright damage. For an assault, I expect more out of them, but this mission was just so bogged down. Absolutely incredible performance of Dark Horse, holy shit. They are one of the only people on this mission who wasn't wounded, and they are incredible. The aim stack plus pounce combination on a mag cannon, this soldier's very, very good. I know they overperformed this mission, but look at that. Just because they didn't get enough kills, they don't get MVP. And Seething Orca did not do great this mission. They lost their hit streak, did very little damage with the shots they were firing. It was just rough. And Hulk has surprisingly good stats for how bad I felt about them with all of the frost immunity. Dark Horse is the only person who got a promotion. I'm pretty sure the infirmary is staffed with these wound times, so these soldiers will not be back for a while. Dark Horse, however, is still here, and they're taking Pinom down. Now with Pinom down, they'll disorient their targets when they suppress them, and if they can't do that, then they'll go ahead and just slap a mobility penalty on instead. Although, honestly, after that mission, I do kind of want Splinter Armor. That just seems really good when you're up against just so many things with too much armor on them. And honestly, the cannon's so slow, I like Ever Vigilant too. But Pinom Down's the thing the Marine has to do well. We got an expanded magazine of 4 Crip, advanced agility, and, you know, dead bodies. We got some intel, and we got the raid supply convoy chain. We have an assault available, and they're shaken, so they're not ready either. Oh, Total Halibut now has Fear of the Chosen. That's fair. I mean, I think it's like everything but the Chosen that mauled you, but okay. Total Halibut's a good enough soldier that I'll probably be trying to clear it, not with the infirmary, but by doing multiple perfect missions in a row. The issue with that is that as a combat engineer, they're less likely to go a mission without being wounded. And if you don't know, you can, once you build the infirmary, clear negative traits by having a soldier complete consecutive missions without taking damage. I don't know the specifics of it, we'll find out together. And oh yeah, these wounds were with the infirmary staffed. It's just been a rough time. There were no leftover first aid kits for triage because they just all need to be used for safety in the mission, which was rough. Now, there are a couple of bonds I want to make because these soldiers are ready and they're good bond partners. Big Large is going to be getting bonded with Sonic Serenade. A sapper and a tech specialist tend to be good in very different situations, and being able to pass actions between them is great. Sure, make your silly poster. Congratulations.
Near an Advent burger menu. For science, of course.
Tigan, this is their moment. Stop talking about burger menus. Additionally, Pure Mischief also has a bond available with Final Enigma. Assault Infantry and Combat Engineer is not as ideal of a bond pairing, but it's still pretty solid, so I'll take it. And yeah, make your own silly posters, shoulder to shoulder. I mean, I guess. It's not the best slogan, but it's a slogan, right? Total Halibut is down to a 30.2 unlucky percent. That mission wasn't enough to get them remotely close to an average amount of luck. However, their hit streak is now up to 6, and they're trying to redeem themselves. Alright, so Iron Rhinos only shot their gun twice, so saying they're the most unlucky soldier in the entire team feels a little bit unreasonable, pretty small sample size here. They have been on 2 whole missions, shot their gun twice. Let's not give it to them. So our new unluckiest soldier is Flagship Inferno at 35%. And that's only marginally worse than Total Halibut's new stats. Seething Orca unfortunately lost their hit streak. They didn't break into 20s yet again. And there were a couple of soldiers that were like at 9 and 10, like Dead Titans at 9, Eclipse Crash is at 10. Final Enigma, surprisingly, is at 11. However, none of them are even close. It's not Sydney Workout. That's not the best hit streak in XCOM. When it comes to hit streaks, Depressed Draugur's at 24, because there is no stat padding like Lost missions. And he's currently on that 24, so it's going to get higher. And now for some other stats that I think were pretty interesting. And the 2 missions that Guilty Camaro was on, they were actually really lucky. They never missed a shot until they died horribly. It was not the offense that was the problem with this soldier, it was other issues. Coming over to Fire Giant, whose shield is a little bit in the way of the stats, the damage taken stats really go to show just how valuable the armor is. 23 damage taken and 97 mitigated by armor. Like, the amount of damage mitigated by armor is insane, and as Shred becomes more and more prominent in the campaign, he's going to become more and more vulnerable. I think it should be able to keep pace. I'm looking forward to trying out Pioneers in late game and seeing if my theories about how they work hold true. And also, 489 damage dealt. You can't see the number of missions a Spark has gone on this screen, unfortunately. Fiber Giant's been on 14 missions. That's more than any other soldier. That's just the nature of Sparks being able to go on every single assault. So when you look at the lifetime stats of Sparks, we'll see ridiculous damage dealt numbers. And I do think Sparks are probably on the overtuned side of things. I'm unsure if I think that's a problem, because they're balanced to be so expensive. They cost you so much to go for them. Like, the reason I'm having 6-man infiltration teams is because I've been paying for Sparks. The reason I don't have tier 2 on everyone is because I've been paying for Sparks. So while he does have outrageous damage dealt, on average, he's at about the same level as Depressed Draugur. They're not actually outperforming my best soldiers. They just are on par with my best soldiers. To my surprise, my luckiest soldier is Rowdy Ruffian at 37.5% luck. They are sadly no longer on their hit streak. But apparently in the handful of missions I've sent this soldier on, they've done really, really well, like far better than they had any right to. And my personal favorite stat in this entire screen is, you know how Dark Horse wasn't originally part of the A-Team? It was supposed to be White Wolf, but then I got the soldier with Pounce and White Wolf was in the infirmary. That story holds true, because in the 122 days the campaign has been running, he was one of our original soldiers. He has spent 33, approximately 1/4 of the campaign in the infirmary. This is why he's not an A-Team character anymore. He just got severely wounded every single time he went on a covert op and spent 1/4 of the campaign AFK. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and slowly click through my soldiers while I talk about all the mods I've added. I think that people might be interested in this, and there's no one who's interested in looking at a white screen of mod launcher. And I need to check something as I look at this, because the first new mod I've added, the Shot HUD Ability Position Exchanger by Rusty Dios, is one that changes the order of your buttons, or more specifically, it makes the game stop changing the order of your buttons so much. Context-sensitive things are a lot more likely to appear at the end, meaning your hotkeys are less likely to get juggled around by, say, being next to a door. Something I want to check is whether or not that was through context sensitivity, turning off free reloads if my gun wasn't completely empty, and if so, I need to change that config. I don't think that was the issue, but I do need to check. I've installed Don't Make a Sound, a new mod by Fear of the Bunnies. The same way that there's a mod that makes the Hunter more threat editing, Don't Make a Sound does it for the Warlock. And the main thing it does for the Warlock is that now, instead of only summoning enemies, as proper enemies like Stun Lancers, when you engage him, he'll be doing that across map before you find him. Additionally, and this is the worst part, it no longer makes him AFK. It does still make him invincible, but he'll keep shooting you while he's invincible. So that change makes him go from kind of a chump to just terrifying all mission long. At least I think it will. It remains to be seen. I got the Sparks T-Pose fix by RoboJumper. This is just the mod I should have already had and I didn't know it existed. I have Bond to Header, which makes it a lot easier to see how many bonds I'm not taking. It's very funny. I've got Wrecking Ball by Iridar, which is a mod that is going to... It gives Wrecking Ball as a toggle ability to anyone wearing heavy armor. And that means that they're able to choose if they're wearing an exosuit or a warsuit to run through walls. It's really funny. It's a buff, but like, who cares? It's hilarious. I've also installed Laser and Coil Arsenal templates, as well as their prerequisites, which is 4 other mods. And that's just to replace beam weapons, which I've never really liked the look of, because beam weapons are too futuristic. They're too sleek for me, and coil guns are the best part of Long War II. So I'm glad to rip that out of it and put it in my campaign setup. And lastly, I have I don't know how to describe it. A sub-mod, a fix for unrestricted customization. It is a mod called UC Character Pool Restoration. And what it does is it fixes the bug where a lot of the times when you import something with unrestricted customization from the pool, it just freaks out and breaks. And that should be very nice. I didn't know that was a thing. In fact, I had uninstalled unrestricted customization because it didn't work with character pools. And that's what's causing all of my various issues with people loading in with missing limbs, and I had to briefly toggle on UC again to fix it. So hopefully that'll sort out those issues. And I think at that point, that's all I really had to say about mods as I click through this. In which case, I'm going to speed it up and click relatively rapidly through everyone who's left. We're getting into the relatively newer soldiers. If you want to see all the stats for a Spark, it's going to be a little bit awkward. I guess I want them facing forward, not to stare at their ass the whole time I'm clicking through it. Poor Baroque Baron. I feel like that last mission was just sloppy as hell, but what can you do? Also, I wish Sparks weren't so big. It's so funny how much they obstruct every single menu. Oh, you appear to still be T-Post. Well, that's unfortunate. T-Post fix might need additional help. It might not be doing it on its own. That's... oh, I'm sad to hear it. I'll look into it. I'm sure there's a way to get it to work. And now we're down to the dead men, which is unfortunate. Phoenix Point feels like the death that was the most avoidable, the most my fault, the one that shouldn't have happened. Whereas Liquid Danger and Shrapnel Flurry were actively sacrificed for alloys. It was cold-blooded. Which brings us back to the Geoscape. We don't care about Black Smoke. That's not what I thought was showing us. We care about Raid the Advent Train. And we are doing this immediately. Let's go figure out the difficulty. The Assassin. Since we just got the Assassin, I think she should never show up here. I hate seeing this. Warning potential complication, reward interception. We might have to do another mission to actually get the enemy material. It might be stolen from us.
For the Arctic.
Wait, no, this is too funny. I have to go back. Apparently the Avatar project's taking along. It's screaming at me currently. I saw this as I loaded in, and now Bradford's hiding it. It's a mark of shame for XCOM. We have 8 wounded soldiers. Half of those are from the mission I just ran. Oh, that's not good. It's a very difficult mission. I expected to see it, but there's no sit reps of any kind. It's just an Advent Train mission, so that's nice. It boggles the mind that I haven't built a second Helix rail cannon yet. We need that. Okay, so I figured it out. I don't even need to test anything. It wasn't shot HUD ability position exchanger. It's weapon item overhaul, and I just didn't read the new advanced speed loader. The downside that you have for let me start at the beginning. In weapon and item overhaul, they changed all of the weapon attachments. Now advanced is better than basic, but with a downside, and superior is just advanced, but without the downside. And the downside for an advanced speed loader is the magazine has to be completely empty to use it. Which for somebody using suppression is a huge downside, but for somebody just shooting their gun one bullet at a time is nothing. So we can take that on a Spark, no issue. Alright, Operation Global Empire. I hadn't read the name yet. Has been kitted out. Very difficult Advent supply raid. We're looking at our new duo, Big Large and Sonic Serenade. They're bonded together, along with the 3 Spark Boys, as always. T-Po's not yet fixed. We'll have to take a look at that. Depressed Draugr is here. He's low on will, but I want him going on missions as often as possible to rank up as quickly as possible, because if you're going to invest everything in a soldier, it's worth having them at higher ranks to get more out of them. We have all the kit you could possibly imagine. The only kit we don't have is a kit that we physically can't build yet. The exception being Spark Armor 2. I've decided that being that you cannot really afford to make all the upgrades you want in this, if you make all the tier 2 for all of your soldiers, you'll never be able to afford tier 3, for instance. I'm going to skip out on Spark Armor tier 2 probably entirely and go straight to tier 3 on Spark Armors. But yeah, we have Helix rail cannons with scopes and speed loaders, double rocket launchers, blue screen canisters, AP rounds on the Skirmisher, EMP grenade, one of with multiple frags. Actually, do I have any other types of grenades? I don't think I do. Gas doesn't really count. This is not the good frost grenade. This inflicts bitter frost, not frozen. Units caught in the center of the explosion will be frozen, preventing them from taking any actions for 1 turn. I'm going to carry one of those just to try it out. Apparently, this has a sweet spot in the middle, and I just didn't know about that. I've never read the text before, and as we established just now with the speed loader fiasco, reading text is good. And finishing out the roster, this bullpup is sadly not getting upgraded because bullpups are terrible, and I've already got 1 for each skirmisher, so I don't really think I should make another one. We have the Skulljack, AP rounds on the Reaper, this time not over a marksman. And we have blue screens on a shotgun for codexes alongside experimental blades. The team feels really strong. I feel confident going into this next mission, unlike the mission I just sent. we need to get that GTS sooner rather than later, and it's not that far off, but we'll talk about all of my plans for what to build and when next time, because right now, there is no strategy layer, there's nothing to build, instantly into the assault. Well, not quite instantly for you, that'll be tomorrow. For now, though, I'm done. I'd rather go here. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, I do it at the start of videos now, so why am I saying it twice? That's stupid. So instead, from here on out, I think it's just thanks for watching and have a good day, or something to that effect. We'll figure it out later.